Give me 1 second, guys, while I get set up. Give me 1 second. Here we go. What up, Breezy? What up, school? Old school. What up, Mr. Mobody? Let me know if y'all can hear that noise in the background. I think they got the TV on blasting. I need to tell them to turn it down. Because if they don't, if y'all can hear the noise that I'm hearing, then I'm going to get in trouble. Hide that. Comments there. Go over here. What's up, Mudster? Just let everybody come in. Can't hear me? Oh, you can't hear the noise. Okay, good. Well, welcome everybody to Small Engine Saturday. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out. Let's make this one of the best Small Engine live streams on YouTube. So anyway, guys, I won't be here next Saturday doing this live stream. I won't be doing the morning one, and I won't be doing the evening one because it is tractor show time. And tractor show, I don't do live streams during the tractor show. I'll be shooting videos for at the tractor show, but that's about it. What up, Ed? What up, Mark? What up, BW? I don't know if I said what up, BW yet, but what up, BW? We already got 8 people in the house. Thanks, Old School. Hey, Old School, did you see my new truck? I'm happy with that new truck. So anyway, guys. Oh, man, you got to see what we picked up for $1,200. Pretty awesome truck. My mom calls it an ugly truck. Calls it a monster. But, hey, it gets the job done. Oh, awesome, Harold. You went over there to that event? That's pretty cool. Yeah, BW, that's always the... It is not a Chevy. It's a 93 F350 dually with the 7.3 IDI. I never get to go to many heavy wrench streams because we're always on the same time. I do go when I can, but we're always on the same time live stream, so I don't get to go over there all the time. It's missing the fender. It needs a little bit of work. It runs good. It shifts good. And that's all that matters. It's missing a fender. We're wanting to put a flatbed on it. We found a parts truck with a flatbed on it for $200, but I have no way to pick it up. I have no trailer heavy enough to pick up that to haul that heavy truck. Oh, sorry guys. Light's affecting my vision today. Oh, that's cool, Harold. We will soon put the link in there, guys. Just letting everybody get in here. And then we'll put the link in. Bring up some guests. I can only do an hour stream tonight, guys, because I am running low on hours for StreamYards. So I can only go on for an hour tonight. Maybe an hour and a half due to the StreamYards. And right now, I just don't feel like paying for $20 a month. I got better things to pay $20 a month on. What's up, Fotia? I need to put something in the background because y'all remember I used to have a live stream wall back here. Back when I was in the other room and back when I was in the studio, but I don't have the studio no more. So I need to put something back here. I'll probably just put a green screen for now. That's probably what I'll do. Actually, that's a good investment. Hold on. I'm going to Amazon right now. What's up one of those little pop-up green screens cost? I got a big giant one, but it's giant. What's up, NJ Lawn and Hedge Trimming or Cutting? Wow, one of those pop-up ones was $50. That's crazy. They gotta be a better solution. Better solution for that. I'm too cheap for that. Well, I got a big green screen out in the old studio, but it's massive. It would take up probably 2 walls. And I just want like a small area. Guess I'll just go get the big one and mount it on the wall. That's probably what I'll do. Just move everything off this wall and just go ahead and mount it. What up, Mike Hodge? What up, Ronald? How's your trip with your going to see your green tart from Harbor Freight? How's your trip to see your buddy, Ronald? It's now got me thinking about a drip oil stove type deal just to burn waste oil. I don't need it for heat, just to burn waste oil, so to get rid of it. Getting drunk in Hutto. I'm staying sober and clean. Okay, so we've been on for 9 minutes. Let me not hog up all the airwave or the stream time and put a link up in here. I need to unhook that for anybody who wants to join. Like I said, only staying on an hour. We can cut this off at 9 o'clock because I'm running low on StreamYard. Well, maybe 9:30 because I'm running low on that StreamYard time crap, and well, I don't want to pay for it. You know, if something happens, the channel gets grows and it gets monetized and it pays for itself, and that's different. But right now, I got other things. Well, 9 my time, guys. You know, I feel like I'm the only one on my streams that's not drinking. Every time we do these live streams, I'm the only one not drinking. Everybody in the chat over there, they're drinking, and me, I'm standing over here not drinking. $20. It's 20 hours, and then you have to pay. Believe it or not, 20 hours gets used up faster than you think. And then it's $20 a month, and I just one of these days when the channel gets bigger, then it would pay for itself. But right now, it wouldn't pay for itself. I'm not a drinker. You know, I drink with other people from time to time, like light, but I'm not much of a drinker. CBW, I have an uncle that has problems because he keeps drinking with his diabetes. And one day we're going to get the call that it killed him because he won't put it down. So, Ronald, are you coming to the tractor show next weekend? See, I can drink like whiskeys and stuff. And I can drink a beer from time to time, but beer really hurts my stomach. I don't know what it is, but it like bubbles up in one part of my stomach and it hurts so bad that it just don't. I don't like it. Like Robert Waters says, drinking is for rich people. Not for poor mower mechanics. Sorry, guys, I have to answer a message real quick. Put this link in again. Oh, by the way, Ed, I told Robert Waters this earlier. The relay worked. It fixed it. It worked great. And I bought extra relays and the wiring harnesses just to keep on stock. So I got a few extra. It's Ray, Texas Keykeeper, Robert. Asked him if he could pick up a parts truck for me, but his trailers are full. So I wish the guy would. I don't really want the whole parts truck. I just want the bed off of it. I wish the guy would just sell me the bed. Yes, I want to watch that video, Harold. As soon as I get off of here, like I said, only staying on for an hour. Ray, if you're on here, Robert's talking smack right now. No, we're just talking about that. Just in the video. Tractor run video. Tomorrow, after I get back from picking up a snapper riding mower, I will be putting the grater blade on my tractor, loading it on the trailer, so it'll be ready to go to the tractor show. I'm trying to get everything done and get ready this weekend because I don't know what the week might bring. I might get busy with a bunch of... That's not true, Robert. You can do two things at once. I never know what the week might bring. It might bring in... I could get swamped with repairs all of a sudden. Or I could be doing something else totally different. You never know. So get the trailer loaded and be ready to haul out of here next week. We still gotta go get the truck tagged. I hope they will tag it without a fender. Or pass inspection. You know, these are actually super cheap phones, Robert. Because I break expensive phones. I break phones like left and right. Usually I'll have a shirt pocket. I put them in my shirt pocket. I drop them in an oil bin. I drop them on the ground. I run them over with stuff. Thanks for stopping by, Ed. Now, my mom just told me about how much she's paying for her phone. And that's just crazy. I would never give as much money as she's paying on a phone. What she's paying, making payments on a phone for. I could buy a lot of stuff for the amount of money that she's paying on a phone. Thanks, Ed. Well, I usually do. I had an iPhone forever, Robert Waters. I set it in my toolbox, my tool cart, and I think my cousin went to put a tool back in the top of the tool cart, and he let it drop, and it shattered the screen. I meant to go get it fixed. It's $80 to fix that phone, but I haven't went that far yet because I got better things to spend money on. I'm hoping Zippo emails me back and has an idea for that belt, for that Alice Chalmers that I got. So far, that belt is $80. It runs between $60 to $80 for a belt for that Alice Chalmers garden tractor. And I'm afraid to spend that much money on a belt until I know I fixed the pulley issue because I don't want it to shred the belt. That's a lot of money just to shred. I pay $55 a month for my phone through Cricket. It's got good service until you go to like Florida. And cell phone coverage there sucks. $10 a month? Holy cow, Robert. Honestly, it's everybody else that wants me to have a phone. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have a phone. You know, I spent years without a phone, but everybody got tired of playing secretary, answering my phone calls for shop calls. Well, I'm amazed you found a phone company that lets you pay $10 a month. Have to charge a phone. Let me turn my. Prepaid. Holy cow, you are a cheapskate. Robert Waters reminds me of that guy that was on that show, Extreme Cheapskates, that he wouldn't buy tuna. He would buy cat food because it was cheaper, and he would make his tuna salad sandwiches out of cat food. All right, we got 7 people in the house watching. I wish my Wi-Fi bill was that cheap. We pay almost $200 a month for Wi-Fi. But between my YouTubing, my sister and mom gaming, it takes a fast internet to keep up with everything. And it still buffers from time to time. And they're probably getting you for commercial rate too, huh, Robert? I gotta answer an email real quick, guys. Hold on. Yeah, true that. Sorry, guys, I'm a little off in my own little world tonight. I don't know what. Got a lot of things going at once. So, Robert, I don't know how y'all's electric bill works up in Illinois, but does electric commercial electric rates are they higher for commercial? Well, hopefully y'all can get enough use of that plasma table where you can actually it won't hurt you so bad on that electric bill. I figured that's what I always heard. Like I know a guy who rented a shop. It was like $1,500 for a shop, and then it's like another $1,500, almost $1,500 a month in electric. But if you think about all your welders, your stage two air compressors, and all the stuff you use, you're probably using quite a bit of electric. See, I just have a naturally high. I just have a naturally high bill here, and I think something's wrong with our air conditioning unit because in the summertime our electric bill is running like $600 a month. Not gonna lie, I plan on putting if I can get the money together, insulate that little shop I have. I plan on putting a window air conditioning unit in there just for days that I actually have a lot of repairs and I have to bring them in. Because in 110-degree weather, when you get 110-degree weather, that shop's an oven. And it kind of slows me down because I'm working in the morning and at night instead of working during the day. People don't understand that though. See, Robert, what I try to do is like I'll work up until it gets like super hot, and then I'll go in and I'll relax, and then I'll go back out there soon as the sun goes down and start working again. Yeah, see, that's the problem with having an actual dealership, is that. But on the bright side, on the other side of that, Robert, it gets hot up there, but it don't get this hot. Most people from up north come down here for summertime. They don't usually make it out of here. Well, they make it out of here, but they usually complain the whole summer. This heat right down here is something that you have to get used to. Until you get used to the heat here, it's terrible. That'd be like me going back up north, though. I'd have to get used to the cold again. Because we don't have super cold nights. So if I would go back up north, I'd have to get used to the cold. Let's see. I don't know why, guys. I'm just running out of stuff to talk about tonight. I don't know what's with me. Maybe. Ed's really got me thinking about a waste tool heater, and it's not even. It's not even. It ain't even. No, it ain't even that I need to heat the shop, but it'd be nice to get rid of some waste tool. So now I've got my brain thinking about that. And I got a few air tanks out here that I can actually use. I got a small one that I can use for the drip system, and I got a bigger one that I can use for the actual stove part. So maybe I'll do that. It'd be nice to be able to just get rid of some of that. A smelter. You know what? That would be cool. Because Ronald brings me brass all the time. I can casings. I could melt those down, do some casting or something. Need to look into that. Mudster, you're probably tired of the winter like I'm tired of the summer heat. It'd be cool. I got a regular furnace, or I got a regular forge. I don't have a furnace, but being able to melt down some brass and make some stuff out of it would be cool. Aluminum. We all got our share of aluminum. See, I don't usually let my scrap guys, when I had someone taking a scrap for me, I wouldn't let them take the aluminum or like the high dollar stuff. I'd haul that myself, but I'd let them take like the long iron. Man, that's a lot of oil. I probably go through like 20% of that, maybe. I probably fill like 5 or 6 5-gallon jugs or the hydraulic buckets a year. A lot of my commercial guys, though, they'll do their own oil changes. It's just Florida's cool, Mudster, but it does have its downsides too. But everywhere does. Oh, that's neat. A lot of my customers don't even want their hydro serviced, and they wonder why their hydraulic systems are going out. Mudster, don't y'all pay like super high taxes in Pennsylvania or something like that? Robert, have you went to the system that sucks the oil out from the top? Well, of course, most big engine or little engines don't have a drain plug now. But I've been thinking about going to that setup. It seems like it'd be cleaner, less of a mess. I do have like a little hand pump though that I'll drain the. I'll do the vacuum out of the little push mowers, but those hand pumps suck. So I only use them on push mowers. My cousin lives in Pennsylvania. Well, the bright side of that, Robert, is you don't have to worry about if someone else messed up the drain plug. You take it out and put it back in, it starts leaking oil or something. I think that's why a lot of oil places has went to that. I think I want to get one of those for sure, though. Do you use the one that hooks to the? Use the one that hooks to the air, or do you have the one that looks like it has a bicycle pump? That's what I was thinking. Did you get the one from? Did you get the one from Harbor Freight? What's up, Patch? Because that's the one I was looking at investing in. It's the one from Harbor Freight. Definitely got to pick one of those up. Hey, Pat, do you know anything about Farmall Cubs? This fell out. Don't know where it came from. And I thought it was a freeze plug, but when I Googled it, Farmall Cubs don't have freeze plugs, so the only thing I could think of, it could be the one that's on the transmission, the gearbox itself. There's an expansion plug back there. I mean, it has been leaking gear oil for years. It's probably been out for years. I'll eventually pull that off and redo a lot of because the seals and everything on that. See, Robert, it's okay as long as you don't go downhill. If you go downhill, the fluid will come out. But if you stay level, it's okay. So that's why I need to fix it. But I don't use the tractor often, so it can wait a little bit. I just check the fluid every time I use it. And the tractor leaks. It's old. It leaks all kinds of fluids. It has an oil leak somewhere, but it's so slow that I can see drips of oil, but I can't see no oil. I can't see no oil. The dipstick still says the same amount of oil, so I don't know where the oil's coming from. To tell you the truth, because the oil level never really goes down. Leaks oil, right? If it's leaking, that means it still has oil, right? So when it stops, is you gotta worry. See? I think I could fully rebuild this engine, and being as old as it is, it'll probably still leak. Like the old some of the old small engines, you could rebuild them, and they would often still leak. Often around, they would have a slow leak around the the governor shaft, where the governor shaft goes in. But it's such a slow leak that you really didn't check your oil like you're supposed to. You won't have problems. Funny story about that though. My dad didn't check the oil in the tiller and it had this old flathead in. It locked up. He put oil in it. This was almost a year back. He put oil in it and was able to force the engine unlocked. And you know that engine's still running. We're still using it. I'm amazed it didn't like break a rod, throw a rod through the block or something. Almost kind of reminds me of. Have you ever worked on many? I know you don't do a lot of old engines, but the Flowjet carburetors, the updraft carburetors that was on the a lot of the old big cast iron Briggs. I don't care what you do, and I've talked to several other people, and they said they've said the same thing. Is no matter what you do with that needle and stuff, it'll still drip a little bit of oil or a little bit of gas. They run fine. They just drip a little bit of gas. Later, Ronald. I've had a couple, and they don't drip a lot, but you might have one little driplet or two when you first start the engine. For some reason, they don't seem to drip when they're shut off, but they'll drip out that one little thing. And I've heard several people talk about it. Me and Boneyard's Garage was talking about it one night. He said the same thing. I hate those carburetors anyway. Those carburetors, they run good when they run good, but they can be a pain until you get them running right. But once you get them running right, they run good. Well, you're supposed to be able to. Some of the newer ones, some of the newer carb kits had like an O-ring that came on the seat, on the not the needle seat, the jet that goes in there. And what you're really supposed to do is you're supposed to go turn in and out like you're almost like you're seating a valve. Just go back and forth. And that's how you're supposed to seal those. But they don't. I've had a couple that didn't want to seal. Thanks, Craig. No, it's not the ones that set on top of the carburetor. It's the 16 horsepower. There was like a J hook. Or let me show you what I'm talking about. The ones that goes the carburetors that go over the gas tanks, they always those was the simplest carburetors. They always run good. Let me see. Craig knows what I'm talking about. Here's one from that I See Tractors guy. Let's see. Share screen. This carburetor right here. I've talked to several people and they've saying the same thing. They'll all leak a little gas oftentimes right out this center right here. Right below the choke shaft there's like a little breather type deal, and they'll drip a little gas from time to time. It's not, they don't like pour out, it's just like a little drip. I've heard people getting brand new carburetors because you can still order those carburetors, or you could a few years ago. You could from Briggs. And I even heard them say that these would often drip from right there. Yeah, they're very expensive. I never got one. I could always made mine work. One time I tried one of those Chinese carburetors on it. Those do not, for that, all the ones I got, no matter what you did, you could play with the fuel mixture, and you could not get that just right. I played with the float several times, and it was still just a drip, and it was only when I was running. Good night, Mudster. It was only when I was running, and I talked to several people that had the same issue, so I don't know what it was, but it ran good, so I just left it alone. It's the needle. Robert Waters, I don't know if he was hanging around when I bought that kit for one of those carburetors off of eBay. It was supposed to be a new old stock kit for that carburetor, and it came in and it was used parts that they just threw back in the box and they sold it on eBay. I ended up having to go through my I ended up having to order it from my dealer friend. Thanks, Patch. Most of the time I do set by ear, but I'll try to get it down by RPM. So I take my tack out, and I got one of the tacks that has the that you stick the tape on and you just do it that way. I don't have the one that goes on like the spark plug, wraps around the spark plug wire. Now I had an issue on the on a knockoff Kohler K Series one, and what it was is on the China knockoff, the hoe in the jet was too small. You drill the hoe out on the jet, you increase the jetting, it ran fine. but their jetting wasn't right. But to me, I'd rather rebuild a carburetor than replace. Maybe I'll look into that. I don't got any. I haven't worked on one in quite a while because I don't own one no more. I had some Sear garden tractors, but it was getting harder to find the parts. The parts I needed for it. They had a lot of parts for it, but like the deck parts was the inside. I could get the bearings and stuff, but there was some of the little parts that I couldn't get for the deck. So I ended up selling it. Least wheel horse, my wheel horse I got. Toro still sells parts for it. In fact, my deck, they didn't change the deck design for like many years. My wheel horse is a 74 and my deck is like a 92. Because Wheel Horse, I don't think Wheel Horse changed the design of their deck up until they closed Wheel Horse. But didn't one of y'all say that they're actually bringing Wheel Horse back out? They're going to bring the name back out or something? I hope, Robert, if they bring them back, they bring them back like the old designs because they kept that design pretty much until they closed shop on that brand. And if they do, that'll be the only like newer mower that I'd be interested in. I'm not interested in newer mowers. To me, unless you're getting a commercial zero turn these days, mowers these days are junk. It's just pure junk. Like when we moved on this property, I had a brand new Craftsman. We have more rough terrain here on the farm, even though it's just a small place. So no matter what I did, that deck I couldn't keep level. Every time I mow, I'd have to go and I would have to level that deck because the level adjuster they had on design on the newer crap, it just wouldn't stay adjusted. They are. They really are. I was kind of disappointed in when I worked on a Gravely last, and I like Gravely. My first Gravely was a push mower, and it had like it looked like a Peerless 700 transmission in it. That thing would pull you. It was really heavy, so you didn't want to have to lift it and load it up in the trunk much. But that was a great mower. But if they come back out and they come out with that design, I would be really, really interested in a wheel horse again, the newer wheel horse. We do have a newer John Deere, but to me, it's junk. It's got the Intech on it. It's got the Intech on it on the John Deere, but Just like all Intex, after so many hours, you can smell the oil. I'm wondering who they'd be under then, who they're going to bring them back out through, though. If they bring them back to one of those Chinese companies, then it's going to be ruined. All you're buying is the name. I'm going to pick up a snapper tomorrow. God, no, I can probably turn around and flip it. $350, $500, depending. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Sorry if I was more boring than usual. I just didn't have a lot to talk about today, I guess. Got a lot going on, just not a lot really to talk about too much. Won't be a live stream next week, but the week after. I think the week after we're supposed to go back with Tool Talk Saturday. So that'll be then. Anyway, guys, later, everyone.